Hey everyone, it's Exoman. Today I'm going to do a demonstration on how to clean headlights. Now if you've had this problem with headlights hazing, I know just how you feel. I've been dealing with this for many years. It's almost a small tragedy that we don't have glass headlights anymore, or glass covers. We now have this plastic and it tends to haze. Now I've demonstrated several ways to do this, to clean these lights. And it's been a few years since the last time I gave them a real good cleaning, so it's time to do it again. There are so many ways, very affordable ways you can do this. One is just simple toothpaste, which we'll demonstrate soon. Another is baking soda, which I've demonstrated in the past. And the third is, well, using these kits. Or you can buy pieces and parts of these kits and do it yourself. You don't need to buy the kit. This is in the $20+ range. You can find them a little cheaper, a little more expensive, but this particular, I'm not advocating for any brand or kit. This particular kit has a polish in it, and it has a wheel in it, which you'll see, I'll demonstrate, a buffing wheel, a polishing wheel, and some other goodies in there. But really, you can, if you want to, you can just do this with some elbow grease and some toothpaste. But anyhow, let's get started using this kit and we'll see how that goes, okay? So what you have basically is a film. It's a filthy film of pollutants. In the case where you have this on the cover, you can effectively clean it and polish your lens. If it's on the inside of the cover, that's a different problem. You may end up having to replace your whole lamp assembly after time. But you can see when you scratch your fingernail on there carefully that you're pulling some of that off. So it demonstrates to you that you can clean that haze off. Now what I'm going to do, since that is a haze of pollutants on the cover, what I've adapted to doing myself is saturating it with some vinegar. You know, vinegar is a mild acid for this kind of use. Everyone knows there's myriad uses for vinegar, right? Let's take a bunch of this white vinegar and try to soak this towel, this rag. And I'm going to just leave that on there for about 10 minutes. I'll go ahead and weight it with some nuts that I have here and make sure it's saturated. What I'm going to do is break down that film before I attack it with the buffing wheel, you see. Just kind of compromise that film, break it down, and it should be much easier to clean, is my theory. Alright, now that's been on there for about 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is take it and I'm going to relocate it to the other lens. And also I might want to mention, while you have your vinegar out, check and see if your battery cables are corroded. If they've got a buildup on them, you can pour some vinegar on there and clean them off while you're at this. Alright. So you see the vinegar's done a lot of the work. In fact, I can see some of that mess coming off on my fingers already. So we're going to get started with this. Now, multiple people have suggested that I use Mother's Chrome Polish. These are very fine abrasives. You could probably achieve the same thing with Brasso, which I used to use to clean jewelry. But metal polishes, plastic polishes, what they've put in this kit is a plastic polish, and I imagine that they've adapted because they realized people were using their chrome polish, so they created this kit specifically for this. But I'm assuming it's pretty much the same thing. So we're going to get some of that on our wheel that came in that kit. And let's just get started on this. I've got my variable speed DeWalt drill to do this. I'm going to start slow to spread the polish and not swing it everywhere. Get a little more on there. All right, now let's increase the speed. Alright, now you can see in relatively short order I have a very clean headlight, and look at the filth on there. Now let's give that a buff. And remember, if you're using a more powerful tool, you want to be careful because you don't want to melt the surface of this with high speed buffing wheel. I've got some microfiber here, and as you can go ahead and share my my idea with the vinegar rag, because that is very, very useful. Look, I'm sure that's what's broken this down and made it such an easy job to just buff that out. Look at that. That looks like a new headlight. And the vinegar rag was something I thought of recently, just to keep contact with it and really break that down. But that's beautiful. That just didn't take much effort at all. Alright, now let's get started on the other side, and you'll notice that I'm not going to tape this off. I didn't feel like I ran the risk of doing any damage at all to that, so let's just see how this goes. Shake it up again. Alright, let's buff that out a little with this microfiber. Beautiful. Now what some people will do is they will put wax on that, a coat of wax, and buff that out. They feel like that helps protect the lens so that it doesn't cake with debris. But that's beautiful. We're restored here to almost brand new, and we've increased the resale value of this vehicle in the process. You don't want to put your car on the market with filthy headlights. It just shows age and lack of maintenance. You don't want people to think you don't take care of your vehicle when you're trying to resell it. So there you go. I've had a lot of people ask me to demonstrate this Mother's product, but let me know if you have something that you'd like for me to demonstrate as well, and in the comments below, and we'll see if we can't get to it. Wow. Well, as you can tell, it's been a real pleasure demonstrating the process. I hope this helps you, and be sure to check out the links below and more information in the description. And as always, thanks for watching.